Hi, I'm Scott Humphrey, CEO of the World Floor Covering Association, and this is Leadership Live. So I want to follow up a little bit on the Leadership Live from last week, and let's talk a little bit more, not about pausing, but about how we react to setbacks. So 2020 was a year that none of us could have expected. Quite frankly, even if you planned ahead and were an excellent prognosticator, the chances of you nailing it last year were very slim, because every turn had another curve that we did not expect and made us react and adapt in ways that we did not expect to. And I find that people respond to things like that in one of three ways, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. What now? What do we do now that the 2020 pandemic has happened to us? Well, there are three ways that people will react. The first way is some people will learn to lose. In other words, they will just shut down and say, listen, if that's the way the world is going to be, if I'm going to be living in a situation, if I'm going to be conducting business where I can't control it, I'll just quit. And they'll drop out or they'll stop their business, whatever they're doing, try to sell, but they just don't want to fight the fight anymore. Think about a boxer who's been knocked down and they've got the choice now with the 10 count of whether they're going to get back up or whether the manager is going to throw in the towel. Some will throw in the towel. Now that's unfortunate for them. It's actually very positive for one of the other groups of learners I'm going to talk about in just a moment. The second group are those that I would say will learn to limp. That means they will move forward, but they will do it very, very cautiously because they're hurt by what happened last year and they cannot shake that. And so it's as if they move forward, but they move forward with an anchor attached to them, very cautious, afraid to take risk, and basically they quit and stay. They've decided they can't go any further, but they're not ready to shut the doors yet. And so they limp forward, trying to make progress, but held back by a negative attitude or an attitude of failure and a fear of what could potentially happen. I've told you before, I'll say it again, you'll get tired of me saying it, but the past is a great place to learn. It is a terrible place to live. And those that limp live in the past, and they don't remember the successes of the past. They don't remember the blessings of the past. They remember only the curses of the past, what happened bad, and they bring that with them. But there's a third group, and that's the group that I hope you will fall into. That's the group of people that I say learn to leap after times of crisis. That means they know what has happened. They've adapted, they've adjusted. By the way, is there any better time to adjust and adapt than when everybody is facing the same challenge? Remember, you faced it, but your competition faced it as well. Do something they're not willing to do. What a phenomenal way to separate yourself from your competition. So those who learn to leap have a positive attitude and they say, listen, it happened, I adjusted to it, and if anything else happens, I'll adjust to that. But they have a positive attitude that makes people want to do business with them. I want to challenge you to fall into that category. Listen, competition becomes very slim when people go through times of pain, because there are those, as I've said, that will learn to lose. They'll just quit, they'll shut down, they'll sell out, whatever it takes. There are those who will learn to limp and they continue to do business, but they don't make the adaptation and change that is necessary for success. My goal, my challenge to you is that you will learn to leap. Use the failures of the past or the situations of the past that were challenges to be a springboard to your success in the future. Listen, these are all three options, but the choice is truly up to you. Will you learn to lose? Will you learn to limp? Or will you learn to leap? My prayer is that the last one is you. And when you learn to leap, then you go out there and you lead.